As you know, this time of year is resolution time. And whatever that means, it really doesn't mean anything other than you're setting goals again. And if you're setting goals again, that means that you probably didn't achieve the goals of the past, or you're just really good at setting goals and achieving them, which I hope you're the second. I've been talking to a lot of people this week about their goal setting processes, what their goals are. If you're in the free 52 challenge group, we were talking about bucket list items this week. And something that I always notice when I talk to people about goal setting is that they tend to have this idea that if they just set a goal, then that's the right goal, which isn't always the case. And, everyone's you can find out from any coach that good goal setting is positive, realistic, and measurable. So if you're not doing that, yes, those are three really good ideas to make sure that you're setting a goal that is achievable for you: positive, realistic, and measurable. But, what is a toxic goal? A toxic goal is kind of, in this world of self-improvement where if you're a human, we all want to improve who we are, our capabilities, our abilities, our desires. But toxic goals are often something unnatural that comes to us for a reason. And so, you don't want to set a soul-sucking goal, right? So me being somebody who I consider myself just basically a teacher, right? And if I wanted to go and become better at let's say analytics for some reason or another having to do with data of my company, right? I've never been a numbers guy. And just because it could help my business doesn't mean I'm the right person to do it. Doesn't mean that I need to become better at doing it. It just means that it's an area of improvement, but it's not really going to give me any energy. It's really more so just going to take it away. So what I can do is maybe, do a little bit here and there, but not set such a big, hairy, audacious goal towards learning more about numbers and analytics and things of that nature. Another thing that I want to talk about is that just because you set a goal doesn't mean that you know how to get that goal accomplished, right? And so I have some ideas of goals that people have set that I kind of jotted down this week through some of my groups, and some things that say remind myself to do X, Y, and Z, or enjoy moments, or learn to say no, or improve my time management skills, or ride my bike more, right? So these are all goals. Some of them are not measurable. Some of them are not even positive. They're just bland, right? So you got, first of all, a non-toxic goal, you have to have an emotional connection to it. So you probably, in what causes emotional connection is either it's desire, basically, or it's in a not great term like hatred, right? So it's what inspires us or what really kind of turns us off. And so you really want to set reasons. What's your why for the goals that you are setting, right? And I'm not going to go dive into what's your why and the 7 layers of why and all these other things that you can really, again, find it from any coach out there. What I really want to focus on is, how do we set a why? And really it's, so how can I take this? It's ride my bike more, right? That's the general goal. So that I can blank, right? That's the why. So I want to ride my bike more so that I can do a blank, race with my friends, so that I can see this person who I never see because she's always bike riding, but I love her, right? That is a why. Now, also, in contrast to that, if that doesn't motivate you, you can look at a consequence. So I want to ride my bike more, or else I will stay stagnant, stay lazy, I would have wasted my money investing in my bike, and that takes away from blank, right? And so you either want a consequence or a reason, or ideally both, okay? The last piece that I'll add to this is that a goal is nothing without a system, okay? And so it's great to have ride my bike, meal prep more, make health my priority, but how? How are you gonna do it? Like, you can't just have that goal and not have a process of getting there because you haven't done it to this point, so what's to say that you know how? So what we wanna do and how I like to explain it is write it out step by step, like you're explaining it to a kindergartner and they have to be able to accomplish it by the end of the day, right? Step 1 through whatever, very simple terms, explain how you're going to achieve that goal. That's a system, right? And then you can just execute the system and then you're more accountable. You have more ways to get to that goal. Does it take up time to be able to set up consequences and reasons and systems and processes? Absolutely. But if you're not willing to put in the work towards the goal, then it's just going to end up like every other goal that you've set before that didn't work. Okay? And so, taking 10, 15, 30 minutes, an hour to be able to set your goals correctly and really focus on how and why you want to achieve what you want to achieve is going to, yes, be more work up front. It's going to save you hours, days, weeks, maybe even a lot longer in what would have been confusion or what would have been resentment towards yourself for not knowing or not executing or not being accountable towards that goal. So I wanted to go over that and really make sure that you understood, are you setting goals that are A, positive, measurable, and realistic, that are B, something that builds you up, something that makes you excited and not toxic just because in the name of growth, right? That's not always the best way to do it. And third, make an emotional connection to your goals and also have a system of being able to execute. The time put in now is an investment in your future and will save you tons of time physically, emotionally, in the future. I promise you. So if your goal is to meal prep more consistently, what day, what time you go on grocery shopping, when are you taking the time to prep? What are you doing first, second, third? Again, write it out like you're teaching it to a kindergartner and they need to be able to execute it immediately. That's the simplest way that you're going to be able to achieve your goals and also be able to put them in a place in your mind where you're really looking forward. The last thing that I'll say is that you can't just write them down and not revisit them. I try to really try to get into the habit of revisiting my goals once a week and then again at the end of the month and keep moving on forward. What you may want to do is set a auto reminder in your phone, an alarm. What you may want to do is create a vision board with the things that you want to see, but it has to be something you see all the time. We often set goals in January and forget about them by January 15th. We don't want that to happen, all right? We want to set better goals so that we can achieve them. So set a reminder for yourself. I'll end on this. If you set a goal and you haven't committed, made the actual decision that is actually going to happen, saying you're trying isn't going to get you there, all right? Trying never got anybody anywhere. Make the decision, decide today that is what you're going to achieve. Set up the process and don't stop until you get there. Don't say you're going to try. Try is just another word for, I'm going to give it my half-ass attempt. Straight up, that's what it is. So, if I can help you at all on your path to setting goals, let me know. If you have any questions that sprung from this video, let me know. And the last thing I'll leave John, and I said this before, but my